Hey guys, welcome back to another amazing webinar.
Recording in progress.
Welcome back to another wonderful webinar. We are so happy to have you today. Not like a webinar, I'd like to call it, let me call it a masterclass. That's the best word to call it. Welcome to another masterclass on why most CEOs fail, or what are the two common mistakes people make when it comes to building their personal brand. When it comes to marketing, the game has really changed, guys. For a lot of you guys who are there on YouTube, we appreciate you for coming in. Thank you. So, we're also on LinkedIn Live and Facebook. We live in the greatest era to be alive. I wanted to go down a framework and structure for you that you guys can put this into practical steps that you guys can use and take from here so you can be 10xing your business. I was thinking today, how can we make 100,000? How can we make 200? How can you make 10x your desires? You have to go above and beyond. It all starts within your mind. So you're here to learn, you're here to grow. Let me tell you a little story. When we first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I never went to university for a marketing degree. I'm here talking about social media. Who is this guy telling me about social media? I never went to marketing school or anything like that. I've just been straight up learning from the trenches, which is being able to just get my voice out there every single day. Was really being a creator. So basically, I was a football player. Still play football, but obviously business has really been the main core focus. But back then, about 2-3 years ago, that was my core. That was my core passion and service to the world. And then I got to a point, okay, let me start documenting my life. How can I start to document that? And by document, I'm like, oh wow, this is powerful. This is me looking into the future where my children can watch what I went through, everything that I went through in my life. And so that's the journey that I went on. And documenting that, I was marketing myself. I was marketing my brand. I was marketing who I was, right? Marketing, my personality. So I started a business out of my personal brand. For a lot of you guys, it's the other way around. For a lot of people, it's you have a business and then you say, okay, cool, I want to build my personal brand through my business. Right? Because now you have something, you've got a product and service already. I didn't have any of that. I was just myself, me. And it was about, okay, I have things about me that other people relate to and other people may like as well. And I just put out stuff that I would want to watch myself. And over time, that built a community. It built an audience. And then I found talents and skills that I never knew I had. I learned how to capture attention, how to create attention, right? 15.6 million views on my channel. That's come through shorts views, through some of my long form content where I just learned how to do that. I learned how to hook people's attention by inspirational content, inspiring, educational. So through that, we built a business. Through that, we built a business where we said, okay, we can do that for other people. We can impact other people's lives in a very powerful way. This is the most powerful way that you can do that. So what they don't tell you about social media, I'm going to quickly go through this. Social media has changed. Before it was all about your social graph, right? Your classmates, your friends, your mom would see your content. Now it's about interest graph. You're seeing people. If you like golf, you're going to see golf content. If you like entrepreneurship content, you're going to see that. I'll give you an example. On my Instagram, I don't follow anyone. I don't follow anyone on my Instagram. But guess what? I still have content that shows up that I don't follow them. But it's entrepreneurship content. It's things that my phone knows that are going to inspire me. So it shows that content. I don't follow those people, but their content still comes to me. So what about if I like their content and I dove in and I went into that person's brand, I can become a customer for that person. You got to think of yourself on the other side of that. The more you talk about what it is you're putting the spotlight on, a lot of people say when it comes to the personal brand, oh, it's not about me. I don't want to make it about me and vanity metrics. Exactly. Personal branding is not about you. It's about, I'm putting the spotlight on this. I'm not putting the spotlight on me. I'm putting the spotlight on this. This is what is passionate, whether that's healthcare, whatever that's whatever you want to put the spotlight on, that's been your mission and vision, that's what you got to talk about. And your personal brand relates to that because people, when they think of that, they think of you, right? What is your association? It's your association. So it's incredibly powerful when you really think about that. So now it's about whatever business you have, that applies to a certain community. And the more you put yourself out there, the more your community will see your business and they'll see you. And people buy from people. People want to follow people. People want to follow people. I have a slide on here that shows you this, right? Cristiano Ronaldo, 335 million followers. All the clubs combined have 184 million. Steve Cook, 13.4 million on X. Apple has only 7 million. So you can see that people want to follow people, but people come to people follow the people, and then it leads them onto the business. Jessica Alba, they follow her, they like her. There's mothers who are like her, but that now comes onto her business where she has a company. So your personal brand is, you see Mark Boris has been someone who's done that really well, right? So that's what this is really all about, right? Quite powerful. So this is the structure and how we do it. If you're going to learn something today, I'm just going to show you how we do this for our clients. We have a range of clients. Like I told you my story from the beginning. Doing this myself, built it up. And now we do this for other people. We do this for CEOs. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you this. Let me show you what that looks like. So if we go here on YouTube, I'll just show you one of the many clients we have. So you can see here, we have a list of many clients that we manage. These are CEOs, and they need to just continue getting their brand out there. So how do we do that? Well, let's have a look at this as a model, for example. Jacqueline Brooker, an amazing woman who's leading a mission and a vision, teaching people how to get keynote bookings, how to become a speaker. So looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go here. So what you just saw there was which is establish the pillar content. So she has a podcast on her business page where I said to her when we came on this project, I said, listen, we're going to take your personal brand, right? When they Google your name, that's what we want. We want that to come up. We want that to come up. When someone Googles you, let's say they meet you networking, imagine if you Google her and you see this. Yeah, you may see 14 subscribers. We just started, but that doesn't matter. That's better than what most people have anyway. So the fact that you've got this, that I can come in and spend time with you and I've never met you before. I've just heard about you. Maybe I saw something on LinkedIn where you have 11,000, 10,000 followers. And then I Google you more. And then I can come in and learn from you and be inspired from you. That's quite powerful, right? So that's what we call with the establishing the pillar content, which is what we put up on YouTube. The way she did that was by documenting. What do I mean? Podcast. She has a podcast. So what we do with our clients is we start a podcast for them because that allows us to get all the content that we need. The podcast allows us to get as much content as we need. And when we have as much content, now we can break it onto your YouTube channel just like this. These are not all long podcast conversations, 6 minutes, 2 minutes. So now we can get all the little nice juice clips where she's how to get the most out of ChatGPT as a keynote speaker, things that people are searching for on Google. So when they're searching for how can I use ChatGPT as a keynote speaker, guess who we want to show? We want you to show up. Boom. And so we structure it like that. If you look at all the titles, everything's how to, because people are Googling these things. YouTube is owned by Google. It's the second largest search engine in the world. So we want to show up what people are searching for. And if you do that at scale, you will win. So that is how we get the pillar content, is by documenting, having a podcast. We've suggested to some clients, start a reality TV show. Well, we live in 2025. We don't need a media network to do that. All we need is some cameras. Obviously, they have us as partners, which we do their production. You can go to someone else, record it, edit it, put it up on YouTube. That becomes your reality show. So we can run a reality show, do this, and here is where we make money. Because a lot of people say, okay, this is cool, but you don't make money by doing that as of now. Okay, you can do it in a strategical way where there's so much strategy that goes into this. So for example, even if you're not running money on ads, this is your organic content. This is for free. We're not paid. We don't have to pay to post this, right? It's for free. It's organic. These platforms need us to post content, right? But now when we want to truly scale, we can use ads. But even still with this, so for example, you could have a newsletter and the organic posters that you post out. So this YouTube video, you can now repurpose this into your newsletters. When you're reaching out and doing cold emails, instead of just writing an email, hey, this is what we do, we're so passionate about it, this is what we've seen, have a look at our recent YouTube video where we talked a little bit more about this. So then a cold email, if I'm seeing that and I'm seeing a cold email coming through, I'm more likely, okay, they're also showing a video, I can go in and look at the video, and if I see the video's quality and it's solving my problem, that you stand out more than someone else who just emails me and sends me their website. Cool. Because people also with video, that relates more to people. They connect with the video more. It's a bit more like very easy to consume than, okay, everyone has a website, but not everyone is putting out content. Not everyone, right? Most people are consumers. So you can see that is even, there's so many ways to maximize content on organic side. We've been doing organic content this whole time, but we understand that if we really want to scale is where ads come in. But if you just see what I said here, the way you do that is by getting a lot of content. So if we run a podcast, right, you can see here that's for 22 hours, or let's say some of our CEOs, like what she's teaching there, some of them are keynote speakers. They're speaking on stages. Okay, let's just get the camera, make sure we have our own cameras there. We record you, maybe you're doing a 2-hour keynote, that's 2 hours worth of content we can put up on YouTube. We can even put the audio on Spotify and all the audio platforms, which we'll go into in a bit. Imagine, boom, video goes up on YouTube. Then we take those snippets and take those short form contents, pop it on LinkedIn, so now more people who are scrolling and now they're seeing you in that keynote. And then now to take it a step further, to take it a deeper step further, now you can run ads on that. So now you can now say, okay, we can now look and say what content did the best organically? What did really good organically that got a good amount of views, that did well? And then now let's run ads on that. Let's go run ads on it, targeting our audience on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Meta. And that's where the power comes in. We see an opportunity right now with our CEO cohorts that is taking over the game because we've been running the organic so well for such a long time, and we've mastered that, mastering a podcast, which builds the personal brand. The podcast builds your brand because it's people spending time with you in long conversations. So the podcast builds the brand. But then now, if we have events, like for example, we do workshops with some clients, like you can see here, we do workshops, we're doing an event, we're now offering a product and service now for some of the clients to say, hey, we need a budget that you can put on Facebook, on Meta, on LinkedIn, put in a budget, and now we can use all these thumbnails and all these, and what I mean by thumbnails are these images. Images are quite powerful. They say a lot. So we can now use great images of you. We can use the short content that you can see here that's getting a lot of views for free. We can now use some of these short contents. For example, how to create passive income. Boom, you pop that as an advertisement on social media. Now someone who's scrolling, who's thinking about passive income, who's Googling cryptocurrency, they come across this piece of content. If that is inspiring and if that hits me, I'll be like, oh, wow, he's right. And then now there's a call to action on that ad because it's hitting a cold audience, because you're paying Facebook and paying these platforms money to find you customers. So now you're reaching people at scale, not only organically, which is here, which we didn't pay for, but now through running advertisements on Facebook, on Meta. So now we have another workshop in October that we're running to. We can use this piece of content, run an ad against it, use a thumbnail, run an ad against it, use different content. So that people will see the ad, get engaged. What are they going to do? They're going to come and Google the person. They're going to see all of this on YouTube. So this is where the organic comes into play. So boom, I can see so much, boom, the trust factor goes through the roof. I've seen an ad, I've seen his social media accounts, which we all have to be everywhere. Everywhere they go, they see him. That's how you build $1 million, $1 billion companies. That's the pathway to scale. And we see this time and time again. So that is very powerful. I gave you $1 million blueprint. I'm even surprised I gave you all of that information in one go. And this is the last one. What we do is once we have all of that content out there, we distribute it in podcast. We distribute it in audio, in Facebook, on Instagram. So basically the pillar content, it goes into micro content, which is the short form clips. As I said, we can even turn that into articles, and we have community driven macro content. That's how you build a nation. After you've created micro content of the best clips, distribute the content across all social media platforms. You can distribute it. See what does well. See what does well. If there's a piece of content that you can use that say, hey, we can use that for our business. We can use that to market and get people consultations or whatever the process is. That's how it goes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send an email. I'm Sujiro Rubasha. Please head over to our website at ETS Rubasha Media. These are for the select few. Like you can see how a lot of work this puts into place. We don't take on a whole lot of clients all at one time. Like I've been telling people, hey, September is our next place where we can take people in. We're having a problem more and we've got to bring a little bit more of people in the team, which is great, right? That's the point of expansion, where we bring in the best video editors, so we can continue to produce the best content for our clients, so that they can not only have a great personal brand, but they can earn revenue from day one, week 1, week 2, week 3, because we've been able to use great content of them with their unique value proposition, run an ad against that, put money onto the platform, run those ads, serve those ads to the right audience. So now we're getting booked for speaking or whatever call to action that you desire. You can have both creams of the pie. So that is what we do, and that is how we take everything out of your hands. Lead generation, content creation, everything, marketing, social media management. So you can just stay in your meetings, have a team approving things, and you're just going. You're just building the mission vision, and that money's coming in the back pocket because we're able to add revenue to that. So I hope you really enjoyed this webinar. I hope you really took value from it. If you want to get in touch, you can. If not, I hope you took this to learn, because it's only going to help you. Thanks, guys.